Good evening. Welcome to the channel. I don't know what time it is where y'all are, but it's evening here. So, welcome in. We're going to be talking about law of rhythm and return of the divine feminine. So, since we have been in a patriarchal society for quite some time, it's only natural that the law of rhythm will switch over to the divine feminine. It's like a pendulum swing. It's all the way here with the masculine, and now it has to go all the way to the feminine. Okay, so we're in the law of rhythm. That's why there's a huge awakening and awareness of the divine feminine now more than ever. Women are becoming more empowered, speaking their mind, saying, no, I'm not dealing with this anymore. They're, their throat chakras are more activated and they are able to speak and say what they want without feeling any sort of way. And a lot of people have been, trying to usher this in for quite a while. And when when the final pendulum gets to swing all the way back, it swings back just as hard. So that's why you see a major increase in all this divine feminine energy. So in this time, men who are on board with it and understand it and are cool with it, and it's like, okay, yes, ladies, it's your time. They're more helpful. They are the providers, the men who are helping support, and all those types of things. And then, of course, you're always going to have people that are, opposed to it and are going to, get upset and visually show that they are not okay with the law of rhythm kicking in. And if y'all don't know what the law of rhythm is, it's basically, what swings this way must swing back this way. It's one of the universal laws. So a lot of men are upset about it because when a woman or when the divine feminine is, returning, it's going to highlight or amplify a lot of the shortcomings of the masculine. And so those guys who are unable to, reach certain standards or, play their part in the, in the return of the divine feminine are a little bit upset because it's kind of pointing a finger to them saying, here's the problem. Here's the problem. And so in order to kind of shield themselves, they have to make some kind of, debacle and folly out of the whole thing. So that's expected. That's always what happens. People have an uproar, but then, of course, eventually it dies down and then everything starts going accordingly. So yes, a lot of the women are understanding they are, living their best lives right now. The return of spirituality that's geared more towards nature and women has, been on the rise for a long time. And a lot of guys are, they're okay with it. A lot of men are definitely okay with it. So I don't bash men that are good with it. The guys that are upset, whatever reason they have to be upset, that's on them. But like, if you focus on the positive aspect of it, and you find a man that treats you right, or a friend, a male friend that treats you nice, whatever, you can definitely make sure that you tell him, thank you for being the type of guy you are. Thank you for being a provider. Thank you for supporting women. Thank you for doing this. Thank you for doing that. Thank you for giving me money to start a business. That's definitely okay. So, and these are the types of guys that deserve your gratitude, or these are the types of guys that deserve your presence and your company, your energy, not the other ones. You're wasting time arguing with people that are not on board with, the return of the divine feminine. Okay. So if you want to look at it in a spiritual way, a lot of people are against it because they're against women. So therefore, you got to know exactly who you're talking to, who you're hanging around, and their perspective. Okay. So make sure you know that. A lot of things are happening right now. Like people are starting to, especially women, because the divine feminine affects everybody, men and women, children too. So with that energy coming in, even the men and the children are seeing a more diverse direction, to where there's more options now. There's less harsh, there's less harshness. There's more creative solutions to things. I think there was this one lady I saw, she came up with a way to remove tumors without any sort of chemotherapy or losing your hair. And I think I was scrolling on Instagram or something, and she was not very old at all. She was probably in her 30s or 40s. And she already came up with the idea and the technology with lasers to remove a tumor without doing any sort of treatments. So, the return of the divine feminine also brings women more creative thought, more creative ideas, more solutions to problems that couldn't be solved or that were not solved in the way that they should have been solved. Technology ideas are coming in now because it's more of the creative time. So you're going to see a lot of advanced technology coming along because that's what, divine feminine brings. But it's going to be more helpful versus hurtful, because when the divine feminine returns, it's not bringing war, it's bringing, solutions, peace, help, cleansing, all this kind of stuff, and spirituality and all that sort of stuff. So you're not going to get a bunch of technologies that people are going to try to, rush to turn into, stupid stuff that doesn't help anybody. Okay. She has been a patient for years, and now it is the time. Yes. It is the time for everyone to, realize that. And so the best way you can honor the divine feminine, if you're a woman, honor yourself, learn something, create something, do something to contribute. Men, fund the women. I know y'all know Shaquille O'Neal. He knew the divine feminine was returning because he invested a lot of money in businesses that women, frequent. He bought Forever 21. He bought Marilyn Monroe's rights, or whatever they call it. Whenever they sell something with Marilyn Monroe on it, or whatever, he gets the money for it. He bought some other stuff, Brooks Brothers. I know that's just a male and female clothing store, but he bought a lot of things. I can't remember. I know he bought Papa John's Pizza, but he bought a lot of things, and a lot of them are catering towards women because women shop. So people are investing more in businesses that have to do with women. Also, they are investing more in women's business. Okay, because they know that's what's getting ready to be major. Okay. So you was talking about that today for real, Sparkle? So, and I do have a couple of things that a female business owner sent one of my subscribers, and I'm going to definitely show the products probably on my next video, because I want to talk about a lot of stuff on this one, so I might show it on my other channel, but yes. So y'all need to be doing more work on mental and spiritual right now so that you can tap in to all that creativity and use it to raise yourself to the next level. That, you know, it's our time. That's what we need to be doing right now. All right. And also you can improve your life and welcome in the divine feminine by changing your environment or just making your space more feminine. You know, if you have a regular, you know, place and it's not very feminine, you can start to add more feminine touches and you know, to honor the divine feminine. Instead of taking showers all the time, you can take a nice bubble bath and relax, light some candles, you know, have some flowers, plant some flowers, you know, do something that allows you to be in your feminine energy. Okay. Add some more, you know, feminine colors and things like that to your wardrobe, whatever you need to do. And start to manifest things, or if you manifest, start to manifest things that deal with, you know, helping you get to your best self with the divine feminine. Okay, men can do that too, but you know, not as much if they don't want to. Men can do this too, especially you know, making sure that they're, you know, thinking about feminine energy, but not becoming more feminine, but just considering the feminine energy. If you have a wife or, you know, a mother or something like that, think about them a lot more. Help them, see if they need anything, you know, all that kind of stuff. Sprinkle, sprinkle. And y'all don't know this, but at this time, if you are tapped into your divine feminine energy, you're going to have what they call a glow, a bigger aura. You're going to be vibrating on a higher frequency because you're awakening to your divine feminine, and you're going to glow, and that's going to attract a lot more to you, whether it's business, money, partners, whatever. So tapping into it is going to give you an advantage rather than ignoring it or not being able to, you know, live in your divine feminine. So find little ways that you can, whether it's in between whatever you're doing, whether it's changing the background on your phone, whether it's, you know, certain musics that you're listening to or videos that you're listening to on your way to work or podcasts or whatever. Implement that into your everyday as much as you can to increase your frequency with the divine feminine. Okay. So basically just get girly as much as you can. If you want to set up an altar to yourself or to the divine feminine part of yourself, then set it up with all your favorite things and anything that makes you feel feminine, and then set it up, you know, sit there a little while and focus on, you know, whatever you need to focus on. You can journal there. You can just sit and, you know, have a glass of whatever you like to drink, a tea or whatever, you know, but definitely honor yourself. If no one buys you things like flowers, buy them for yourself. Okay. But you need to feel important too. That's part of the magic of the divine feminine. They need to feel like they are divine. Okay. So if you're not feeling divine, you need to make yourself feel that way. Or someone that's in your life needs to help you feel that way. If you are already doing things for yourself, if they want to add to you, great, but don't wait on people. Do it yourself. Okay. Yes. Y'all like my lipstick? This is that Glow, baby. It's literally called Glow. This is my Level Up Cosmetics lip gloss. Just type in Glow on my site. The cosmetic line. It's in the description. So it's like a very pretty brownish nude. And stop. You said, do I worship the devil? I don't worship a man. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. What I look like worshiping a man? Stupid. How you doing? Okay. Do you worship the devil? It's amazing how dumb people are. Okay, anyway, sorry. Also, that reminds me, part of the divine feminine returning is to speak your mind. Do not hold back. You got permission because that they don't hold back, baby. They do not hold back. So you might as well go ahead and let it fly. You might as well tell it like it is. And it's going to help everyone, because if you don't speak, then you don't care. If you don't speak up and say what you need to say, you're literally suppressing the divine feminine, just like it's been suppressed for so long, you know. So you need to speak what you need to speak. It's okay. You said you went crazy unapologetically. Great. You said that's what somebody said on TikTok? Yeah, them people on TikTok, let me tell you, everything they say is 100% true. Okay. If you want to believe people on TikTok, that's where you get your info from, then more, I don't know what to tell you. All right. I would never tell nobody that. Where were you educated? TikTok? Nope. Where did you learn everything that you know? TikTok? I'll be embarrassed to say that. YouTube is at least a little bit more credible. All right. So you said they mad. They're supposed to be mad. That's the whole point of the return of the divine feminine. You're supposed to ruffle feathers. You're supposed to wake people up. You're supposed to get them angry. You're supposed to make them think. You're supposed to make them talk. You're supposed to make them listen. And however it happens, that's how it happens. Okay. So, returning of the divine feminine is definitely going to make people talk. All right. That's what it's supposed to do. So, and y'all have to know this. I'm not even on TikTok. I don't put myself on TikTok. I don't even have an account there. So, the divine feminine must want it to share my message to TikTok without me even knowing. So, you know, I don't even care about all of that stuff. What a lot of people don't even realize that. I didn't come to know TikTok. I've been right here and on Instagram. So I can't help that people are mad at me over there. I ain't even over there. And also, if they're mad at the message to empower women for them to get what they want, you know, that's something that they need to work on inside of themselves. Okay. If a woman deserves what she wants in life, period, however she wants to get it. If they have a problem with that, then they have a problem with the divine feminine. Okay. Don't look at, you know, so how to transmute energy? Take it and make it into something valuable. That's all you got to do. Take the negative and make it into something valuable. Take the negative and make it improve upon your life, your mood, your frequency, your message, everything. Whatever people throw at you, you need to catch it and turn it into something valuable and use it for yourself and to maybe to help other people and teach them how to do it too. Because a lot of people don't understand transmutation means taking whatever garbage they're giving you and turning it into something valuable. Okay. Because that's what we do. We take, well, I don't mean to be vulgar, But we take sperm and we turn it into babies. Okay. So whatever you throw at a woman who's in her divine feminine, who's able to transmute anything and make it better, you're going to always win. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Thank you, girl. I appreciate that. Okay. You said, why are so many men doing semen retention? I don't know. Ask them. Okay. Is there any man that can answer that in the comments? I don't know. All right. Also, remaining unbothered is one part, not the whole thing, but a little bit of transmutation. Okay. Remaining unbothered when a situation looks bad. Instead of reacting, you gotta tap into your divine feminine energy and be creative on how the solution is going to present itself and how you're going to create something positive out of it. So you don't get mad. You just say, what can I do? And then you do it. Okay. And if you do it, whatever you're doing, if people aren't upset with you about it, if they're upset about what you're saying, how you're saying it, what you're wearing, where you're going, how you're choosing to live your life, it's their problem and it's not even yours. So don't even make it your problem. That's one way to stay unbothered, to remember that it's not your problem. It's only theirs, because you don't have a problem with what you're doing. Someone else does. So therefore, let them keep that problem on their own and don't add yourself to it. Okay. That's one way to stay unbothered and keep your energy up. Keep your frequency high by staying unbothered. Because a lot of people will try to bring it down because they don't like the divine feminine. They want to bring it down. So stay unbothered. You stay unbothered, they can't bring it down. In fact, it should tickle you, and you should laugh, and it should make your frequency even higher. Okay? That's how you got to do it. Yes. Some of y'all are, tapping into your divine feminine and doing a lot of the things that I talk about. And it's giving you really good results. So it definitely is working. And, the men in your life, if they support you and they understand that you're just trying to become a better version of yourself, they will want it for you. They will help, they will support you. You just have to let them know what you're doing. It's like, I'm trying to better myself. I'm trying to become a better version of myself by tapping into my divine feminine. Blah, 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 blah. And you'd be surprised, a lot of men will really support you on that because they like feminine women, or they want to see you at your best, or to become your best. Okay. So they will definitely support those that are on board with it. Those that resent it, you're going to know who they are, believe. So you said, how do Beyonce create magnetic power? Why? What? Why is she most loved and hate? Because she do what she want. She do whatever she want and stay unbothered. And she keeps moving forward. She's the care. She uses it to fuel her and her creativity. She transmutes. You gotta transmute. Okay. How about unknown energy sent your way? Do you make mantra to transmute that every day? Anything, I've already done that permanently. Whatever comes my way is always going to be, something that is useful, that makes me better and more financially, you know, increasing. And I feel like a lot of people should go ahead and put that in place and let it be. And it's going to be like that forever. You know, whatever is negatively sent your way is automatically transmuted into something good for you and everybody you know. That way, any energy sent your way is good energy, no matter what, period. Go ahead and set that intention for life, and you're good. You believe in ghosts and paranormal activity. Ghosts, I don't really, I think people are just sitting around acting normal, and then here come a ghost. Ghosts believe in humans, if you really think about it. Ghosts believe in humans because they want to appear to you for some reason. They want you to see them or something, right? Unless you're going around looking for them, you know. I think it is some of both. They both believe in each other. They believe in each other. How about that? Yeah. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. Ghosts and human have an entanglement, a quantum entanglement. Think about it. The paranormal, the ghosts, and humans have a quantum entanglement. You want to get scientific about it. Okay. So, you want a quantum entanglement? You got quantum entanglement with some ghosts? What books do you suggest, including your own on topic of spirituality? Thank you, girl. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Anything that calls out to you. Like right now, you should be reading more about goddesses, the divine feminine, the energy that's returning, alchemy, all that kind of stuff. So anything to do with alchemy, universal law, transmutation, anything to do with goddesses, the feminine aspect, all that kind of stuff depends. Just definitely, I think I might have a link in the description bar with my Amazon spiritual suggestions on there that may have a lot of book recommendations. Okay. Also, if you are a part of the Patreon, which is also should be linked in there are PDF books in the Patreon. If you just type in PDFs or books when you get a Patreon, all the links will show for the books that are in there. Okay. You said when God was alone. Yeah. I have a bunch of books on goddesses, Lilith. I have a bunch of books on the Goddess Bible. I think it's one of them. And they're just all listed on the Amazon link, so y'all can go see. What kind of man to look for as a single mom? Okay, this is the wrong channel, ma'am. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Look for one with money. That's all I'm gonna tell you. One with some money, ma'am. One can afford you. All right. So, if you are a woman and you are single, it's your time, ma'am. Date up. Always date up. Never date down. Okay. We're not here to save men anymore. We're not here to rescue Dusties anymore. Always date up. Okay. If the divine feminine is returning, do you think she wants you to date down? You think that energy is saying date down, date broke? No, it's time. Get your frequency up and date higher, date better. Yo, control, spell, candle, glass broke twice, burned 3, turn completely. I disposed of the river? Should I be cleaning both? I don't get into that stuff. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You know what? Y'all are looking too deep into stuff. Whatever that spell was, if you want it to be, it will be. If it ain't meant to be, it ain't gonna be. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You know what I'm saying? Um, this is more elementary to me. You know what I'm saying? I'm way beyond and past this. And I'm sorry, but whatever, I'm creating my own world right now. I don't depend on no candles. Sprinkle, sprinkle. This is goddess. This is divine feminine. Okay, we're moving into the age of goddess. We create our own world. So I wanted to talk a little bit about discernment. If you are awakening and you are gaining discernment, which means understanding of what's going on, you know, you're seeing more. You're able to understand things on a deeper level. When you start getting discernment, it's like a very heightened intuition. Okay, and so you need to pay attention to it, but don't let it be your life. Okay, when you're making a major decision, you know, listen to your discernment. When you're making stupid minor decisions, have your own free will. When you want something, when you're manifesting something, use your own power and manifest it. Okay, don't depend on if something burns a certain way or not. If you want it, say you want it. Period. Okay, this is the time that we're in now. Y'all need to use this time. Okay, if y'all are just beginners on this path and you're starting off with candles and stuff, I would definitely use it just as a manifestation prop. Okay, not leaving it in the hands of which way it's going to burn. You know what I'm saying? Because now you're giving the universe an option and a choice. And you are supposed to be speaking what you want. So speak what you want. Rise into your divine feminine and goddesshood. Yes. That's where we're at now. That's where we're supposed to be. Because if you're not, you're still dependent on something else. And you're not tapping into your creativity, your discernment, and your energy as a divine woman. Okay? Right. Just think of those tools as props. And your will, you know, your will and whatever you're manifesting and you want is already done. It's just a reminder that it's coming. Okay. Now, if you're doing spells for stupid stuff, now y'all not gotta be blunt. If you're doing spells for stupid stuff, okay, and no way for it to come in or no way for you to maintain it, then you're wasting your time and energy. Sprinkle, sprinkle. All right. So the divine feminine energy is definitely making sure that a lot of people are aware of its return. In a major way. Because you know, when the divine feminine comes back, she's gonna make an entrance. Okay. And please don't ask me dumb questions over and over. I'm gonna ask y'all right now very nicely. Stop asking the dumb questions over and over. What I mean by dumb questions is questions that don't matter. Instead of asking about what I do, you need to ask yourself, what are you doing? What should you be doing? Why you should do it? You know what I'm saying? All right. So do whatever you need to do to better yourself and make your frequency to how you want it. Okay. What are examples of divine feminine? Divine feminine energy. Divine feminine energy is basically knowing your power, knowing yourself, knowing that you are a goddess, all of that. not needing permission to be who you want to be, not needing validation from a man or anyone, but giving it to yourself. Creativity. It is self-awareness of what it means to be a woman. Okay. It's solutions to problems that have been here, but only the divine feminine energy can solve. Okay. That's what it is. It's tapping into that femininity that has been suppressed for so long and being unapologetic about it and speaking your truth. That's what it is. Okay. It's allowing yourself to explore spiritual paths that may not be male dominated. It's allowing yourself to explore whatever you choose to at this time. It's allowing yourself to tap into the goddess energy versus a patriarchal religion if you choose to. Okay. It's your chance to explore and question things that have been suppressed for so long that you never thought to question before. It's a time to awaken to divine feminine energy. Okay. Because a lot of women walk around not knowing who they really are and their true divinity and power. That's why a lot of women have low self-esteem and don't value themselves because they don't know who they are. So this is a really good time to learn all about yourself as a woman and everything that is magical about you in your physical body, your intuition and everything. Okay. So if you don't have anything to read, if you don't have anything to do, maybe follow some, divine feminine pages or, posts or channels on YouTube, whatever. Get you some books and just, that's what you need to be focused on right now. Even men can read about divine feminine energy and all this stuff and what to expect. A lot of men know this. That's why they're investing in women's businesses right now. All right. Because there are more female entrepreneurs and businesses right now that are probably going to really start thriving. And so, yeah. That's what you should focus on. Thank you. Sprinkle, sprinkle. All right. What's the biggest change do you think will come during the return of the divine feminine? The biggest change, I think a lot of women are going to start to value themselves more and change the way everything has been done, like literally. When the woman changes, the man changes. Okay, so you're going to see a lot of change in how men start treating women because women are going to start treating themselves as the priority, period. So with that change, you're going to see the change on the masculine side as well, because anything that changes on the feminine side also creates change on the masculine side. Okay, so it's like the law of rhythm. You do this over here, then this happens over here. So that's why I say if women are starting businesses and the men with money will then invest. If the women are putting themselves as priorities, then the men will also put those women as a priority. Okay. Or they will recognize that a woman who treats herself this way should also be treated that way by her man. Every cause has an effect. So you become the cause of what you want to see happen. So it's literally up to us. Thank you, Sprinkle Sprinkle Girl. It's literally up to us what we want to see. That's why, like I said, do something, create something, make a change that you want to see in the world, literally. Thank you. You've helped me so much. Focus, Sprinkle Sprinkle. Yes. So thank you, girl. So whatever you want to see, make sure you start working on it. You want to see men treat you like a priority, then start treating yourself like a priority. You want to see a more feminine version of yourself, then start putting more energy and effort into creating a more feminine version of yourself. You know, a lot of women had to be masculine for so long, but now you can relax. Okay, think smarter, more creatively, not harder. That's the man's way. All right. Femininity is about comfort, creativity, resting in your femininity. So nothing should be stressful, hard, or causing you any pressure. Everything should just flow like water because water is a symbol of the divine feminine. So, and like, we're going to have our court jesters in here, some of these trolls. We're going to have our court jesters in here to entertain the court of queens and goddesses. All right. So just either laugh or pay attention to something else. Sprinkle, sprinkle. And when you refer to yourself and to other women, try referring to each other as something more positive. Like I know a lot of women call each other the B word or whatever. You could say lady, ma'am, goddess, queen, whatever y'all choose. Okay. Or just their name. A lot of our names have deep meaning and can also lead you to what your purpose could become. Because when you keep calling someone's name and you keep repeating a word over and over, it manifests. So whatever your name means, your real name, you're going to start to see some, wow, that really fits me. Or wow, that's really how I am. Or wow, that's really what I have become. So also if you're having babies, don't name them something stupid. All right. Look up the meanings of names before you name your children. A lot of people don't do this. A lot of people just put something together or pick a name out just because it sounds good or whatever. But then their children are walking around with dumb names that mean bad things and wonder why their life is the way it is. So make sure you're checking what names mean before you name even your pets. Don't name your pets stupid stuff either. Don't name your kids dumb stuff. All right. In fact, it's a great time if you are pregnant right now because you're getting all this divine feminine energy going through your womb, and you can name your child something great if you just figure out what what type of name you want them to have, and you go look up the name meaning of this name, and then you can make sure their name is going to be beneficial to them. Any advice on how to deal with Pisces men? I don't. Sprinkle, sprinkle. I don't deal with Pisces men. Sprinkle, sprinkle. All right. I don't deal with Pisces men at all. I mean, I might deal with Shaq. But that's about it. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay, he rich. That's the only one, sir, ma'am. Sorry. Okay. You said sheesh. I say that because I think that like he's funny as well. Like he got that Pisces sense of humor. I could deal with him. He already got money. Okay. Do I think zodiac sign matters? Not to me, it don't really matter. I mean, if you like somebody and they like you more, it don't matter. Y'all keep forgetting about that. Y'all looking for compatibility. If the man like you more, it's always gonna be compatible, man. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You could be the worst opposite signs ever, but if he love your dirty draws, it's gonna work. There you go. Y'all doing too much over there. Trying to tell you. Now you come to the other channel. Y'all doing too much over here with these signs. All right. You said Shaq gonna replace James. Y'all know Shaq probably got somebody already. I'm just messing with y'all. I'm just messing with y'all. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. So make sure you're not stuck on this type of, okay, here's another thing. If you are the divine feminine, you don't need to looking at people's signs. It don't even matter. Let me repeat this. I know a lot of y'all are so into, all these signs and stuff, but let me tell you one thing. If the man loves you more, you're going to get whatever you want, period. So the divine feminine is going to allow you to use your feminine energy, your seduction powers, your ability to make a man fall in love with you deeper than you love him. No matter what sign he is in the zodiac, he's going to do what you want. And finding a man at this time is very beneficial because the divine feminine energy you're vibrating, and that's returning to the earth right now, is going to allow you to tap into it to make that happen. So use it and stop worrying about all these different stupid signs. Okay? Try it. I promise you. Try it. We're bigger than the signs. Of course, if you're a goddess, you're bigger than the signs. Yes. And I keep trying to tell people this. The perspective of zodiac signs are only from this solar system. And if the divine feminine is returning, our time is not based on the sun, it's based on the moon. So if you're working with a solar calendar or a masculine calendar or a masculine theme, what's the point? Divine feminine energy is gonna get it done, period. So think about it like that. If you were a goddess and infinite energy from a different perspective, from a whole different, galaxy, universe, whatever, them signs don't even matter. What you gonna do? Okay. If you're beyond all of this, as well as here at the same time, then literally you are a Taurus field that goes outside and inside of this universe. And so no zodiac signs are going to be able to do anything with your energy, man. So think about it. Like, I'm beyond this. Like, it's like someone with addiction. It's like someone with an encyclopedia. It's like someone with one volume of the encyclopedia trying to define all the knowledge and wisdom and scientific everything that's on the internet. So you got one book, one volume of an encyclopedia set, but I got the internet. That's the difference between zodiac signs and being infinite goddess, infinite feminine energy. Okay. So think of it like that. If you make your money off astrology, go ahead and make your money, ma'am. But in your mind, it's bigger. Okay. So make sure it's bigger. Sprinkle, sprinkle. All right. A lot of you guys often wonder how I have, how I think, why I think how I think, because that's how I think. I think larger. too big, you know? So none of that stuff really affects me mentally or anything because I'm thinking bigger. All right. You learned alchemy, girl? Sprinkle, sprinkle, yes. Okay. You said constant loopholes. Exactly. You know how some of those loopholes and those stupid contracts that people sign, and it uses words like the entire universe. You know, you can't do nothing within the entire universe because this contract goes throughout the entire universe. Well, there's a loophole there. Like you can get out of that contract easy. You can say, okay, well, I'm in the multiverse, not the universe. I'm in the omniverse. I identify as a fetus in the womb. And there's no space of time where that is. You don't know what womb it's in and where it's at. You know, y'all gonna start with all these pronouns and how we identify. That's a loophole right there. Transmutation. Okay, that's the transmutation. So what you can identify as whatever you want now. Identify as somewhere out of space and time and out of this universe, as well as in it, whenever you want to. Okay. So, you know, transmutation is just in alchemy, they describe it as turning lead into gold, taking something that's unvaluable and making it very valuable, taking something negative and turning it into something profitable. Okay. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You said you hate your life. Why would you hate your life? Don't hate it, just improve it. Transmute it, make it better. Can you recommend your favorite books? I just said this a few minutes ago. Just look in the description links. If you see an Amazon link to where my spiritual books and stuff that I suggest, it should be in there. But just always check the description bar. All right. All right. If it's not in there, I'll put it up there after the video, and I'll put it also in the permanent comments. Okay. All right. So don't ask me for permission for anything. Okay. This is part of being the divine feminine. You make those decisions for yourself based on what you have learned, what you want to learn, and what you know. Okay. So what I'm saying is, if you're still asking me, then you don't know you. You know, if that's where you are, if you're letting candles decide your fate, then that's where you are. Okay. Until you figure out who you are as a divine being and you start looking within versus without, that's where you are right now. And there's nothing wrong with that because a lot of people were there. A lot of people been doing that for years. And then they realize something. It's within. I create. Okay. Candles don't determine the outcome of anything. You do. Become the cause to the effect that you desire. The law of cause and effect. You need to study universal law. Yes. If you're a person working as a cook, threatened to take your mom's life, how do you, girl? Y'all, why y'all asking dumb questions? You know what to do, man. Like, I'm not answering no dumb questions no more. Sparkle, sparkle. Like, literally. I definitely feel like some of y'all are here to ask the stupidest questions because y'all have nothing else better to do. Sprinkle, sprinkle. All right. Like, I'm not even going to entertain it anymore. I'm going to take your money and keep moving because that's what the divine feminine energy is about. We're not taking no more BS. It is what it is. Sprinkle, sprinkle. All right. And some of y'all are falling for the okie doke right now. All right. So the reason why I'm saying this is because you know what? A lot of people got common sense in this world. A lot of them do. And then a lot of them don't, but a lot of them pretend that they don't either. Okay. Like it's common sense, ma'am. If y'all are that stupid and dumb, I don't know what to tell you. I will collect my coins. Oh, sprinkle, sprinkle, girl. Thank you, girl. Okay. Just want to know how much 449 in that currency is. Oh, I don't know. Y'all talking to each other? Okay. How do you balance divine feminine energy as a male? Well, everyone has divine feminine energy. So, and every woman has masculine and feminine energy. So, the best way to balance feminine energy as a male is to tap into your creativity. Artists do it all the time. So you can express yourself through many things. If you're trying to attract a feminine woman, I don't suggest attracting them. I mean, I don't suggest tapping into your feminine energy through how you look, because most women like masculine looking men. So I would definitely use it as a more creative way, writing, drawing, poetry, whatever, something more creative. Decorate, I don't know, whatever y'all men are most creative at, solving issues with creative ideas, something like that. Being more understanding to what women are going through right now is definitely like if men have been oppressed since the biblical days, and you are finally being able to do what you want and say what you want without any repercussions in most parts of the world. I mean, how would you feel? How would you support that? So just think about it. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You have been enjoying your divine goddess topics lately. Such a vibrant thing. Sprinkle, sprinkle. All right, Jay Boost. All right. So make money. Yeah, make money. Also research your name. Like a lot of people don't even know what name means. So start learning about yourself too. That's also something feminine. Okay. By learning about who you are within and learning who you are and what your name means. Mm-hmm. How to handle random men in public making disrespectful comments? Ignoring them, like I don't hear them. I can't hear them. They don't exist. Sprinkle, sprinkle. I just keep walking like they talking to somebody else. If they're directly here telling you stuff, then start recording them. Just like and see what they do. Like they don't exist, man. We'll just keep it moving. Okay. You said there's wanderlust, feminine energy, traveling, and care about. You tell other women that they think I'm crazy for not wanting to settle. Okay. I feel like a lot of people have different definitions of what it means to be in their divine feminine. And for me, I like to stay where I am. I like to create a nice, cozy environment. I like to make sure my home is exactly how I want it. I don't really ever care about traveling most of the time. And I think it's also because the time of your life, like if you don't have any kids or if you're not, if you're able to just travel and have fun and do what you want and you're young, yes, go live your life, ma'am. But some people are in the phase of life where they've already done traveling or they plan to travel later. And right now they're just kind of creating a very comfortable, luxurious life. Okay. So it just depends on what you want, not other people's opinions. Part of the divine feminine is not caring what other people think either. Okay. If you like it, go do it, ma'am. You don't like, I was telling people on my other channel, you don't need permission. You don't need approval. You don't need validation. Okay. If you're a divine feminine vessel and that's what you like to do, that's what you like to do. Okay. All right. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Oh. And you're also going to see, you're going to start to see a lot of people in the future also stop referring to things in a masculine way. Like more feminine words are going to be introduced into everyday vocabulary, replacing more masculine words. Okay. So y'all have to think about that. It's going to take a little while because we're so used to speaking a certain way because, of patriarchal society, but eventually words are going to start changing more towards the feminine. Okay. So I'm just going to put that there. Y'all can figure that out. As you speak, your words are going to become more feminine. Okay. Thank you. Sprinkle, sprinkle. So, make sure no matter what, you always know thyself. Know that you are and always will be infinite. Know that you are always in control of your entire omniverse as a goddess. And remember that. And nobody can tell you otherwise. Okay. So focus on yourself and not others. When you are going through the divine feminine awakening, you're going to start to feel like if you can't control something on the outside, you're going to continuously keep trying to control something when you're supposed to be just focusing on yourself and what you're capable of. You're going to buy some products. Sprinkle, sprinkle. All right. Do what you got to do. All right. Thanks for the donation. Okay, so stop looking on the outside. Stop looking at other people as far as what they're doing and start focusing on what you want to create in your universe, multiverse, omniverse. Okay? Because it's a distraction to keep looking at other people when you're not doing anything in yours, in your world. Okay? It's a distraction. So if you want to create something, it's within, not without. It's not about anybody else. It's about you. Okay. And a lot of women have gotten discernment and they're using it for too much. Okay. Part of being a part of the divine feminine is knowing when to use your discernment, knowing when to relax and have comfort and enjoy the life that you've created within yourself. And a lot of people, when they wake up in their divine feminine, it has been suppressed for so long, they feel like they have to push back or do something or stay, in a constant state of defensiveness or suppression or trauma. because they've been suppressed so long. When they awake, they feel like they're at war. But you're not at war. It's your discernment that's so powerful right now. But you're going to learn how to control it. You're going to learn how to control it better and only use it to make major decisions and not every little decision in life. You know what I'm saying? Because some women are, very powerful. Their psychic energy is very powerful. And sometimes they don't know how to control it or turn it down a notch. And so they end up doing too much, overthinking, and creating issues that are not theirs. A lot of men do this too, but it's more likely at this time that it's happening. So just be careful with how you think. And if it's not fun, if it's not interesting, if you don't love doing it, if it stresses you out, then focus on something that you like to do. Okay. That's also feminine energy, not doing stuff that you don't want to do anymore. Apologies, sprinkle, sprinkle. So what do you want me to do? Call the president? Okay. I'm going to go call the president, ma'am. I'm going to see what I can do for you. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. Since I'm the president on my other channel, let me call myself. President, ma'am. Madam President Shira. This lady is still asking me dumb questions. What should I do? Ignore? Okay. President said ignore. We don't care. President said use your common sense, just like I said. Sprinkle, sprinkle. All right. Y'all have dumb people that will actually sit there and answer that question. But I've evolved past dumb stuff. So if y'all want to answer, y'all can help out. I don't care. Sprinkle, sprinkle. All right. Oh my goodness. That would be like me asking y'all, what should I do? There's, somebody standing there right there. Oh my gosh, what should I do? Sprinkle, sprinkle. You said what? If patriarchy is monotheism, one male god, and monogamy, having one husband, and he may have multiple wives, is divine. Femme poly is in many goddesses and promote women have many multi-husbands, great range. Okay, so here's my take on monogamy and all that kind of stuff. Okay. If you as a woman could do whatever you wanted, just think about this. If there were no laws and rules about, if there were no, what do you call it? Double standards for men and women, what would you be doing right now? Oh, sprinkle, sprinkle. Appreciate you. All right. What would you be doing right now if you were in control of your own life and can do whatever you want in your own multiverse? What would you be doing? Would you be having multiple men? One man? What would you want? That's the answer. It's based on you as an individual person as to what you want. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. Back in the old days, they had temples where men came to worship women and goddesses in any types of ways. And they also had monogamous couples. So it just depends on what you want. Okay. There are plenty of women who have plenty of men. They're just not telling y'all. They're just not saying, you know what, I got 5 of them, 3 of them, 2 of them. They're just trying to present the double standard for the society. But there's a lot of women out here that got multiple. They don't care. You say you want to hear more. Yeah, they got multiples, but they're not telling everybody. So you said you heard poly was indeed goddess feminine thing before it became something mostly done by men. Yeah. Men originally wanted monogamy. It wasn't women. And then some men said, okay, I want monogamy. But then they said, okay, but let's have a few on the side. But the women can't have it. Yeah. So they literally took poly and turned it into poly only for them, not the woman. So if you want to go back to ancient goddess times, do whatever you want, man. It's your world. It's our world right now. Each woman is their own omniverse. So whatever you want it to be like, that's what it needs to be like for you. All right. So get what you want, ladies. It may take a while for you to be able to say, okay, well, I have this type of relationship, or you can keep all of them separate. It's up to you. Do what you want. We don't need permission anymore. We don't need a permission. And a lot of those condescending words were made up by men who were jealous. Okay, because think about it. If women have multiple men, that means they have way more money. But if men have multiple women, it means they spend way more money. So putting the stigma and the double standard on women makes them want less in life. Because if a woman got 3 husbands, she got a lot of money, man. If a woman has 3 men with money, she is 3 times richer than she would be if she had 1. But see, if a husband got 3 wives, it's a different story. So part of the patriarchy was to take the financial increase away from women having multiple men, because men provide. That's why I teach multiple men on my other channel. Have multiple men. You ain't got to sleep with all of them, but all of them got to give you something. Okay. So when the pendulum swings one way, it swings back the other way just as hard. Okay. Y'all got to remember that. The law of rhythm and the divine feminine energy that's returning is going to also bring with it whatever the woman wants. And the double standards are no longer going to be cared about. Okay. Now, some of them may keep their business private, but that doesn't mean that they're not going to do whatever they want and take advantage of it. Okay. So that's why they call us names. Yeah, because they can't call us broke. That's what I always say. You can call us whatever you want, but you ain't going to call us broke. And, ladies, you can transmute these names to mean something positive for you. I mean, a lot of goddesses have been transmuted from demon to goddess, like Lilith. Men call her demon. Now women call her goddess. Transmute what these words mean for you. They do it all the time in slang. Okay. So use those words for female empowerment. They're going to start making t-shirts with these derogatory terms on them so that you can learn to embrace them. Sprinkle, sprinkle. So Think about that. And I think a lot of women are going to start watching, as women in other countries start changing the narrative of the divine feminine in other countries where it's suppressed, and you're going to see major changes. Maybe not all at the exact same time, but yes, it's going to happen, whether they like it or not. It's just going to happen. It's the extreme pendulum swing. Extreme. Now, wherever the women have been oppressed the most is where you're going to see the most extreme reaction. Sprinkle, sprinkle. How to deal with female bullies, work, school? I don't. Sprinkle, sprinkle. I don't deal with nobody. I ignore and keep it moving and act like I don't hear. They don't exist to me. I'm a goddess, ma'am. Treat them as peasants. That's what I do. If I don't agree with someone, if somebody don't like what I'm doing, their opinion doesn't matter to me. Divine feminine energy is very sure of themselves and know what they're doing. And if someone is bothered by it, like I said, it is their problem and it's not yours. Okay? When you ignore someone, you don't give them power. Okay? Sprinkle, sprinkle. Ignore, and you won't have a problem anymore. If you have to deal with them only for the moment you need to deal with them, and then just ignore them for the rest of the time. I think a lot of women are going to, it's going to be extreme, like I said. Where there has been the most oppression, there's going to be the most massive awakening and massive uproar, I'll say, from those women. They're not going to take it no more. All right. Y'all see an extreme case of food poisoning somewhere, you know what happened. Sprinkle, sprinkle. All right. All right. And I'm not here to bash. I'm not here to say, okay, well, y'all deserve it or whatever. Okay. Everyone knows this. Everyone knows that sometimes, when you have a large amount of power, you take advantage of people, right? And those who had power and didn't choose to take advantage, think about how they're going to enjoy the return of the divine feminine. You know what I'm saying? Think about how they're going to benefit from the return of the divine feminine. So think about all the truth and all the lies that are going to be revealed at this time about, suppressing of the divine feminine. So more knowledge is going to come out about why the woman was suppressed out of religion. More books are going to be written or are being written by women. Literature is going to become more feminine. Everything. Okay. The whole way of thinking is going to shift from patriarchal. Okay. So just know that when it shifts, it doesn't mean that people aren't going to be, balanced or masculine and feminine. It just means that the perspective and, the law of rhythm is just working and bringing energies that are necessary at this time to kind of balance out everyone. Okay. It's kind of like, if you look at it like, like the civil rights, people have been oppressed for a long time. You can't stay oppressed forever. Something gonna happen, baby. And then it had to swing in a major direction to create much needed change, and then it balances itself out. There's still going to be some, you know, some kinks here and there, but it has to balance itself right back out. Okay, that's it. Ain't nothing major. And like I said, places where oppression have been the most extreme is where you're going to see most of the extreme change. Okay, that's all. It's not bad. All right. So take care of yourselves, ladies. Live in your divine feminine energy. Don't apologize for it. And let me tell y'all something. When this energy is coming in and ideas are flowing in and or from within, um, the more you suppress your divine femininity, the less creative divine feminine energy is going to be able to flow through you. Okay, so you have to be sure that you're expressing yourself and speaking. You can do it in a nice way, but you still have to say what you got to say. Okay, sprinkle, sprinkle. Hmm. It's already been what they say. Prophets have already predicted or said that there's going to be a huge, major change in all the stuff, like church. You know, everyone's leaving the church. All this kind of stuff. Religion is not going to be what it used to be. Da 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 da. It's all going to fall. It's not going to be something bad, but it's all going to just drift away. The patriarchal, oppressive religions and stuff like that. Okay. Yes. You said nice way ain't always the right way. Exactly. Like I said, sometimes you have to be nice depending on who you're speaking to, and sometimes you can be blunt. Okay. But know when. What about Islam? They be a change there. If the women are fed up, then they'll let them know. Sprinkle, sprinkle. The women are fed up, they're gonna let them know because you can't block this energy from coming. Can't block it. It's from within. It's from within. It ain't from without. You ain't got to cover your head because it's coming from within. You get it? So when they figure it out, when it starts to build up, it's gonna have to be released somehow, some way. I don't know what that's gonna be. We'll see. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You can't block it. It's gonna reveal itself somehow, some way. So whatever way it decides to reveal itself, then hopefully it's what's needed. All right. No matter what religion people are in, if it's suppressive to women, if it's oppressive to women, it's not going to stay there. It's not going to be beneficial anymore. No one's going to be paying attention to it anymore. Sprinkle, sprinkle. The goddess is within you. Sprinkle, sprinkle. See, we got to change the words. Goddess. Divine feminine is within you. Sprinkle, sprinkle. See, we're so used to saying God and calling God male or in the masculine form. So, goddess. Goddess. Yes. So, like I said, I don't like male gods. great. Female goddesses, great. Whichever one you need to work with at this time. So I feel like if you are more in your divine feminine energy and you're balanced, you don't have to follow the patriarchal way of saying God. You could say goddess if you choose. Whatever you want. Some people don't even say God or goddess. They just say higher self or, whatever. Higher self, inner self, and goddess self, God self, whatever. Sprinkle, sprinkle. All right. However you choose to identify. Words become quantum entanglements, so be careful of your words. If you're really smart, you will use words that have multiple meanings as well. Okay? Or you will make your words have multiple meanings on several dimensions. Have you ever been at your lowest self? No. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Nope. I guess what would be your lower self? Because y'all didn't give me no examples. I don't know what the lower self is. Like, what's the lowest self? I don't think I've been there. That's what I'm saying. Y'all have to be more specific. So how am I supposed to know? You can't. You said pick Bisha's lowest self. I don't feel like, honestly, lowest versus highest. I'm thinking of it in frequency form. Okay, multi-dimensional quantum physics. I'm not thinking of it as this or this. I'm thinking of it as this or this. You know what I'm saying? So a lower frequency would mean what? Not vibrating on a higher frequency, not receiving more or the type of information and connection that I need in order to make certain decisions. That's how I see higher and lower. I see it in frequency. Okay, in waves, because like what's your lowest frequency? That can change all the time at any given time. Sprinkle, sprinkle. So it's not an era. It's not in time. It's in your frequency. Sprinkle, sprinkle. All right. Y'all are still okay. Y'all are still thinking dimensionally, 3-dimensionally. Y'all got to think multi-dimensionally. All right. The best thing I can tell you guys, I mean, like to be a student of life, you got to look at every perspective, or as many as you can. And you can start with yourself. You don't even need other people. You just start with yourself. Okay. You said someone said feminine energy is low vibrational, like the earth. Okay. Well, feminine energy is not a low vibrational at all. Okay. We are eternal, infinite beings. Only through the feminine can you create more life. Okay. So here's my thing. As above, so below, as within, so without, right? If we're creating bodies, we're also creating what? Spiritual bodies. All right. If we're creating life, we're creating also what? What else do we create? Whatever is done here is done there. So We could be high and low at the same time. Sprinkle, sprinkle. We could do whatever we want. Exactly. We are. Period. Infinite. If you can bring here, then you could take there. You can bring there, you can bring here. As above, so below. There it is. It's done. So it's low and high at the same time. It's both. Okay. See, people keep forgetting about that. They keep forgetting about that. High frequency and low frequency. Pain and pleasure. You know, they say when a woman is giving birth, she is in between realms of life and death, and her pain level is so extreme. That's a frequency. That pain is a frequency. Okay. If you don't believe me, when neurons start firing in your brain, putting information and saying, you know, you're in pain, you're in pain, you're in pain, that increases your frequency. Okay. Every contraction increases your frequency. And at that time, you're in pain and you're bringing life into this realm. You are in between life and death, experiencing a higher frequency of pain. You see? So you're going to have more of a higher frequency, even in this realm, when you bring life here. So you're definitely both at the same time. Mm-hmm. All right. Do you feel dark energy when manifesting? How do you know you've tapped into it? You can look at the sky at night. You could turn off your lights. It's very simple. Mm-hmm. Occur. Sprinkles. You said, is the end near? I mean, if you're a Christian and you're trying to make money off of revival, the end is near, ma'am. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You trying to make money off revivals in the building fund in the church, the end is definitely near. You scare everybody into giving you their tithes and offerings. You know what I'm saying? Yes, the end is near now. Give your money. Repent. If the end was near, they wouldn't be taking no money at the church. They be gone. Hold on, I gotta grab something over here real quick. They will be long gone, man. Long gone. They wouldn't be here no more. They still collect the money, ain't nothing happening. All right. Oh, let me show y'all the book since y'all asking. This one is an old book, but it has a lot of occult knowledge in it, very esoteric. And I've showed it before. It's called Fruits of the Moon Tree. Sprinkle, sprinkle. It's written by a guy, but it has a lot of occult knowledge about the divine feminine. Okay. You can find a newer one, maybe with the same type of information about, and it is in the Amazon link. Written by a woman. You can find another one written by a woman, but this one is really old and it has a lot of stuff that's not mentioned in newer ones. Okay. It has like all that good stuff in it that y'all don't be getting no more. It's from the 80s. Before there were occult bookshops everywhere. You know what I'm saying? So when they put an occult book out, they put an occult book out. It has like, talks about the menstrual cycle, period, blood, sacred woman, magic, the Ankh, all the good stuff in one place. Dreams, how women dream different when they are on their periods, their psychic ability, how men in the occult have tried to tap into the divine feminine by trying to make themselves bleed to link up with the cosmos as women do. So, very interesting. Very interesting. They be telling the secrets of that one. Like, what? They doing what? They trying to bleed? Oh my goodness. So, okay, I'm gonna be nice. Okay, y'all told me to be nice. I'm gonna try. He said, how do you treat somebody homeless? Do you give money to them or ignore them? So you saw a pregnant woman panhandling in the street and it broke my heart. Okay. If that woman called out to you, and specifically you, and it broke your heart as an individual, then you don't need permission from anyone. You know what I'm saying? Again, you're looking outside of self instead of within. You know what I'm saying? You're looking outside of yourself for the answer. So, what would you do? I don't know. I probably wouldn't be looking. I'd probably be minding my business and do whatever I do. But if you saw, then you saw. All right, sprinkle, sprinkle. Yeah, fruits of the moon. Sprinkle, sprinkle. All right. Okay. No, I keep saying the same thing over, and I don't think people hear me. So you got to be mean sometimes for people to understand you. But I'll say it again. The answers are already within all of us. We don't need permission. We don't need anyone to accept it. We don't need we don't need validation from others. As a goddess of your own world, as a god of your own world, you choose what you want to do. It's really that simple. Okay. Sprinkle, sprinkle. So that's what I keep trying to tell y'all. It's like y'all see something, and instead of deciding to do something for yourself, you have to run and ask someone else, like a child. If you're a grown woman, you're a goddess status, then act like one. Sprinkle, sprinkle. All right. So act like a grown woman. Act like a grown goddess. Act like you are the goddess of your own universe, the goddess of your own world, and then you do what you need to do. All right. Because a lot of people, they're still looking outside of themselves instead of within. All right. Believe me, there's no one that I would even run to ask anything to, unless I want to, talk to my children. But I'm not asking nobody grown for permission to do anything. If I want to, I will. If I don't, I won't. Right? Take charge of your own life. All right. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You said now the problem is people want me to validate them. Tell them to look within, ma'am. Tell them to look within themselves. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Um. So, if it don't seem right, then it ain't right. If it do seem right, then it's right. Not everyone is going to be the exact same. Everyone is different. You said, how did I learn all these teachers? Um, I've always been a person that, you know, reads and very, very in tuned with a lot of things. Okay. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Mm-hmm. All right. So y'all tap into the divine feminine energy within yourselves, increase your frequency, and definitely start creating the life or your own omniverse as you see that you want to create your own omniverse. You know what I'm saying? I say omniverse because if you say, you know, universe or multiverse, it's very like, you know, there's always something bigger, right? So whatever you choose to create on whatever scale you choose to create it within your own whatever, then that's what y'all need to be doing. Okay, doesn't matter what this person over here is doing, that person over there is doing. It matters what you feel like you should be doing for you. Okay. All right. Because when we tap into the divine feminine energy, especially right now, it's about us, not about them. It's not about anything but yourself right now. Because if you can't take care of yourself, if you can't get yourself right, you can't help nobody else. You know what I'm saying? So you got sprinkle. If y'all are still at the phase in where y'all are still, you know, wherever you're at, then to move forward or move on or move to the next level of whatever awakening or energy or spiritual path that you're doing on your own, don't rush yourself. If you're there for a reason, stay there until you feel like, you know, you're supposed to learn something different, look somewhere different, focus on something different. Okay, sprinkle, sprinkle. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And sometimes it's not what books you should read. It's about how you should feel, what you should be focusing on. Okay. But definitely, you know, y'all got Google. Y'all can Google stuff. Because once again, like, y'all want to hear something? Let me tell y'all something. I don't ever ask people what books to read, ever. I just go find what I want. I just go and search what I want. I don't ask other people because you know why? What if I miss out on something that's meant for me by asking someone totally different with a totally different life than me what I should read? Instead of finding it on my own, where I'm being led to naturally. Okay. So I can suggest so many different books, but you might lose out on finding something meant for you specifically. They are, you know, I suggested a lot of them on that Amazon list that's in the description bar and on plenty of videos. If you are a part of the Patreon, there's lots of PDF books in there. Patreon is also linked there in the description. So I think people should take authority of themselves as individuals and also understand that they're connected to everything as well. But when it comes to looking within, whatever you find or whatever you discover or whatever you create is also going to affect another part of your life or in everyone else's life. So if you are unsure and you're always questioning and you're always unsure and you're always questioning and you're always needing validation, that's going to reflect on everyone else. And it's hard to get to your divinity when you are not acting divine. You know what I'm saying? It's hard for everyone to get to their divinity when you need permission, suggestions, thoughts from everyone else. You know what I'm saying? So, as a whole, as a one, we're always going to be looking outside of self unless we each individually start looking inside of self. We're going to all be looking outside of self because everyone keeps asking questions when they can just answer their own questions. You know what I'm saying? Sharing opinions are very different than asking questions. Okay. Sharing ideas is very different than asking questions about what you should do in your life. So, sharing or, you know, telling someone what you may feel or think is totally different than asking questions. Okay. Just think about this. If you are a goddess or a god, who are you going to ask a question to? That's what you need to say. You know, if I'm a goddess or a god, who do I ask a question to? Self, right? There you go. If I'm a human, who do I ask a question to? Hmm. So where are we right now? What stage of our awakening are we at right now? And you can walk around and blend in and look like everyone else with the same thinking in your own mind. You don't have to act like you're a goddess everywhere you go. You could just walk around like everyone else. But in your own space, you know. Okay. In your own space, you know. You said Kim Mills use divine feminine energy. Yeah, creativity. Tap into your creativity. It's the creative side. Within. Just like women tap into their masculine energy all the time. You could tap into your feminine energy. You know, a lot of times when people say, when you get married, you become one and stuff like that. It's because you've been around someone so long that you know exactly how they think, what choices they would make, so on and so forth. So you learn how to tap into the divine masculine and the divine feminine if you live with the opposite sex. You know what I'm saying? All right. Sprinkle, sprinkle. There you go. Um, so a lot of women who are who claim their own divinity and their freedom of self, freedom of choice, freedom of how they believe, or if they don't believe at all. A lot of people really need to have their own systems of beliefs instead of looking to everyone else's. Okay. Because a lot of people create what they want and it has to be custom. So I'm custom. I customize everything that I choose. All right. There is, you know, there's like a blueprint to things, Just like there's a blueprint to a basic everything. There's a blueprint to a house. There's a blueprint to this. There's a blueprint to that. But if you want to tap into the divine feminine energy, you create your own. You know what I'm saying? Otherwise, everything would look the exact same. So you have to customize your path, what you do in life. And that's part of the divine feminine. All right. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Yeah, you say it's hard to understand when you're having to shift. Yeah, but you'll figure it out. You'll figure it out. Everyone does. It just takes a little bit of looking within versus without. Mm-hmm. What are you doing? Everyone wants your attention. Ignore them. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Or do what you want. I just ignore them. Or I do whatever I want. This attitude, y'all, I do what I want attitude is part of the divine feminine. Actually, it's part of just divinity in general. It's not part of just the divine feminine or the divine masculine. It's part of just being divine, period. You know what I'm saying? It's like you don't need permission. You don't need to validate yourself with other people's opinions. You just do what you want. Okay. So that's part of your own divinity. Your own divinity decides what you want to do, what you don't want to do. You have enough discernment to know when and when not to use it. Okay. You don't care what other people think. If you choose to ignore something, that is your divine self choosing to ignore something. Right? All is from within. Okay, y'all have to remember that when you ask questions, I'm going to tell you the same thing over and over. Within, everyone has within themselves individually a lot of things that they have not even tried to look at because they're too busy looking outside. Okay, sprinkle, sprinkle. You see how to deal with major life changes with grace. You know what? I never really asked that question because I don't think of dealing with things in major ways. You know, because by the time you think about dealing with them, you're already done dealing with them. You know what I'm saying? Sprinkle, sprinkle. It's like, okay, something major, but let's say something major is going on in your life. By the time you figure out how to write it down and, figure out what you were supposed to do, it's already done. So that's why you plan ahead from within and make sure everything works in your favor always, infinitely, eternally. That's it. Y'all are doing too much. So think about this. Since y'all want to look on the outside, if you have the God in the Bible, does he recreate the world every single day? Does he go through Genesis every single day, recreating the earth, the cosmos? Does he have to keep doing that over and over? Every single day? Or did he, in the Bible, the God in the Bible, did he just do it and let it be? Because he already knew that he was infinite and da da da. Same thing with the woman. Same thing with the divine feminine. Same thing with the man. It's your choice on how you choose to create, what words you choose to use, and how you choose to use them. That creates your infinite world, right? So think, how do you create your infinite world that is always beneficial to you, period? Then that's what you go do. That's what you need to say. You choose your words, and then leave it alone. It is already. There you go. Sprinkle, sprinkle. It just depends on how you word the things. That's why words are important to you, and knowing what they mean and how to use them correctly. You just what? Sprinkle, sprinkle. Mm-hmm. All right. Sprinkle, sprinkle. All right. So you said see yourself as your own Sims character. If you have to see yourself from without, from a fourth dimension, so be it. Mhm. So, you said, how do you detach from other people? Don't talk to them. Sprinkle, sprinkle. That's the fastest way. Don't talk to them. Ignore. Don't talk. All right. Some of these answers are very simple. There's not, y'all make things complicated. You know why people make things more complicated than what they really, really are? Let me show y'all how this works. Ooh, dang, where's my stuff? All right. I don't have it right here. This is how this works. Let me grab something. Hold on, y'all. Excuse me, ma'am. Have you seen my glasses? What would you do if you were looking for your glasses? Where would you look? Oh my gosh, I think I need some new glasses. You know what? I'm gonna go figure out, I'm gonna go do some research about, what happens. I need some new glasses. I need to go look up, I need to go to Amazon and find some glasses. Oh, by the way, do you ever lost your glasses before? Where do you look? Really? In your car? Okay, I'm gonna go look at my car. I'll be right back. Oh my gosh, they weren't in my car. Excuse me, over there. Where do you look for your glasses when you lose them? And in your kitchen? Okay, I'll be right back. All right. They weren't in the kitchen. Excuse me. Where do you look for your glasses when yeah, you over there. Where do you look for your glasses at? Under the bed? Okay, I'll be right back. All right. They weren't there either. I'm getting tired. I'm getting tired. I'm getting real tired. I asked everybody questions and they all answered. They found their glasses there. They found their glasses there. They found their glasses there. I can't find mine. Let me ask one more person. Excuse me, self. Let me look in the mirror so I can talk to myself. Hold on right quick. Excuse me, self. Oh my goodness. This is where the glasses have been the whole entire time. All right. Y'all get it? Y'all get it now? Do y'all get it now? I done wasted a lot of time and energy running back and forth, asking everybody else, valuing everybody else's information, wasted my energy, wasted my time trying to figure out where I put my stuff. I'm going to ask somebody else. What? What happens when divine femme is fully awakened? Sprinkle, sprinkle. She becomes divine. That means she don't got to ask nobody for nothing, for no opinions, no validation, nothing. She's gonna do what she wants. Period. All right. All right. So when you ask questions to other people about yourself, that's how you all look. Let me tell y'all some better questions to ask, or something. Let me show y'all what y'all should be asking, because a lot of times people will tell you you're not asking the right questions. Have you ever heard someone say you're not asking the right questions? The right question is, if I look within myself to find what I should be doing right now, then you will stop and you won't even need to finish the question, ma'am or sir. Mm-hmm. What do you want? If you could create, like someone said, The Sims, what are you going to put in your Sims? You're going to put in your story. You're going to ask somebody what you should put in your game, your story, or are you going to create it yourself? Okay. There are plenty of, yes, there are plenty of tools to help you connect with yourself, your higher self, I mean, your larger frequency. Okay. You got pendulums, you got cards, you have your own intuition, you got whatever. Thank you, Sprinkle Sprinkle. Consult with yourself. And if you need to consult with something on the outside to make sure it's matching the inside, then get you some cards, get you a pendulum. Okay. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Some people don't need that. Some people like the validation from themselves with an inanimate object versus another person. But it's only to confirm what you already know. Okay. Okay. It's only to confirm what you already know. You said you heard cards aid you? Cards aid you? I got these giant cards, man. I got the Shaquille O'Neal cards, man. Y'all see these? Oh. So, if you heard that cards aid you and you believe it, then that's what's going to happen to you, man. Remember, you create this. So if you're creating your game and you program the game to say cards aid you and they aid, then they're gonna aid you in your game. I don't say that. So they don't age me. Sprinkle, sprinkle. They don't age me, they age whoever fell for the okie doke, man. I call it the okie doke. Whoever fell for that one. All right. So whatever you're programming your universe or your life or your game to be, that's what it's going to be. I don't program nothing to do that to me. And I don't believe what other people say because I look from within and I create from within. You see you see what I'm saying now? So going from one dimension to the next, or from where you are now to your divinity, is you go with other people say and you follow them versus becoming your own divinity and creating what you want. You see, there's a difference. So you could be sitting over there saying, oh my God, cards age you. And you could be playing with cards, and then all of a sudden you start aging because you're living in that paradigm. You see, you have accepted it. You did not look to your own self and divinity and create what you wanted. See what I'm saying? But then you see another person that says, oh, cards make you look better. And so in their game, when they start using cards, they start looking better. It's a different story. It's a different angle. It's a different angle. It's a different angle. Okay? It's a different angle. It's a different perspective. It's a different program. Okay? That's how you have to think. You can't think of what they said, what they doing over there, what they game. You in their game, or you going to create your own game? You know? You in their world, or you creating your own world? That's how you got to think. That's divine feminine energy waking up. Divine masculine energy could do the same thing. You know, divine masculine energy, you wake up to your divinity as a man, you can get your money quick and fast and easy because money comes easy. Money comes in your sleep. You wake up, you got extra money in your account because you figure out a way to get it. All right. Nothing that anyone says over there affects your world. You get it? Because you are the programmer and the creator of it. But if you don't, if you're not, and you're still living in that world, and you say, you know what, I heard that A, B, C, and D, and D, then you're going to start to succumb to those rules, to those laws of that universe. Okay? So you can't do that. You can't do that. He said, can you speak on the benefits of celibacy? What are the benefits of celibacy for you? Do you see how we can create? We can all create in what it means to us individually. Usually the most popular and influential and best results of what somebody says something is usually what the masses will accept. It doesn't matter if it's true or not. I'm going to repeat that. If someone is very creative and they have a really good way of speaking and explaining something, and everyone is accepting of that, that is what is going to be considered truth. Okay? It is all creation. It's all created. So, if you say celibacy is going to do A, B, C, and D for you, and a lot of people think, oh, that's a good idea. I think I'm going to accept that as what, your belief is going to be. And if enough people accept that as their personal belief, they're going to start to co-create it. And then it will be their truth. You see? So, like I always tell people, truth is perspective and an agreement with a bunch of people that all agree on the same thing. You said a cult. Yeah. So, if you are an individual person and thinking, and you don't care what other people think, you're more of an architect because you can create your own world without caring what someone else's plans are. You create your own. Okay? It's like the magician in the tarot deck. You don't care what they're doing over there. You create it. You do what you want. So, And you don't continue to ask other people questions that don't matter. You know, like I don't ask people senseless questions that don't matter to me. I don't. I don't want to waste their time. So, all right. What is your opinion on people saying manifesting is demonic? In their world, in their reality, perhaps it is. In their version of The Sims, perhaps it is. In their version. All right. You all remember school, elementary school? Each classroom had different rules, a different whole system of turning in work. Some of y'all had trays to put y'all stuff in. Some of y'all had desks. Each classroom is very different. There's different teachers, different systems, different everything. So if you go to recess and a little kid from this class says, oh my gosh, we got to put our stuff in our desk. And a kid over here says, well, we got to put our stuff in this tray. No, you're supposed to put it in the desk. No, you're supposed to put it in a tray. Well, I heard people supposed to put their stuff in the desk. No, you're supposed to put it in the tray. Y'all are arguing for no reason. Put your stuff in the tray if you in this classroom. Put your stuff in the desk if you in that classroom. Period. You see now? Who are you learning from? Whose system are you working under? And when you grow up and you become a teacher yourself, you can create whatever system you choose. All right. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Mm-hmm. It doesn't mean the same thing in this classroom as it does in that classroom. Okay. Why do you think there's so many different versions of the Bible? Why do you think there's so many versions of Christianity and religion? Because people create what they want. Sprinkle, sprinkle. So instead of looking at what everyone else is creating, why don't you create something? That's part of the divine feminine energy. Instead of looking what everyone else is creating, why don't you create something and see what happens? Mhm. Because that is the law of rhythm. The law of rhythm is also pertaining to you used to live in a world where you followed what everyone else told you to follow, did what everyone else said you should do, and believed whatever somebody else told you to believe. Right? That's the pendulum. Now it's swinging all the way back to where you can become creator. You see, the beginning and the end. Creation, destruction of what all is. Destroy the old thinking and become creative. That's the divine feminine. Okay. The beginning is the end. So once you get to the end of your type of thinking and you shift into the new way of being a creator, you leave all that stuff behind. You don't care what they're doing over there. The new world is the world that you're going to create. That's why it's new. The old world is the one you leave behind because you don't care what they're doing over there no more because you can create your new world on your own. It's not, the new world is not somewhere where you're going to have to come and follow people's rules. It's yours, yours alone, individually. And if you have enough people that understand this, they're going to all have their own worlds. Okay. It's kind of like having your own business or your own character in Sims. Okay. You got your own world. Your friends sitting next to you got their own Sims world. If you want to talk to each other, then y'all have to cross and talk to each other in the Sims world. And then you go back to your world. You see? But then if you on an old system of an old game where you can't each individually have your world, like on Mario Brothers, you got to play in the same world, beat the level, get to the next level, beat that level, get to the you can't even create what you want unless they have a new version of Mario or you can create your own world. But it's like that. It's like Sims versus Mario Brothers. Which one you want to live in? You gotta jump and hit the thing, get the mushroom, run, hit the little things. It's the same thing for everybody. Or if you hit that mushroom, it's gonna pop out. Well, in my video or in my video game, we ain't got no mushrooms. We ain't got to hit it. Or in my video, we cooking with mushrooms. We ain't. They don't make us big. This ain't Alice in Wonderland. Sprinkle, sprinkle. So it's different. It's like that. It's like that. Y'all remember that cartoon Wreck-It Ralph, where they escaped out of their video game and went to all the other video games? It's kind of like that. It's a multiverse. It's a universe. It's an omniverse. You create what you want. You leave that thinking behind, and you get your own divine thinking, and you become the creator of your own. And once you think like that, your world creates. Okay, that's it. See, some people stuck on level 2. What exists in your video game? What exists in your creation? You know what I'm saying? So if you were asking me if I think there's something after something, if I created it is. All right. If I create it, it sure is. Sprinkle, sprinkle. If I don't create it, then it's not. All right. Sprinkle, sprinkle. That's like saying seeing a field of nothing and you asking me, do you think that there's a Walmart there? If I build one, there will be. If I don't, there won't. Sprinkle, sprinkle. That's it. Do I have a spirit guide? If I choose to create one, yes. If I choose not to, then no. Sprinkle, sprinkle. These are the answers that y'all need to be paying attention to. See, the questions y'all are asking, they're all going to be answered the exact same. That's it. Mine, like Minecraft. If I want it there, it's going to be there. If I don't, it ain't. Exactly. So stop asking the wrong questions and start creating what you want instead. Y'all spending y'all life asking stuff when you could be creating stuff. You spend y'all life being scared when y'all could be being creative. So once y'all figure this out and move on to your divinity, you'll be able to have the life exactly how you create it. Your life exactly how you create it. The most important thing I learned in life, creator. I'm creator. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Being a creator allows you to create from within, without, higher and lower, all at the same time, simultaneously. So that's all you got to do. Most important thing I've learned in life, I just answered that, ma'am. The most important thing that you can learn in life is to stop asking questions to other people and start creating your own life. Yes. All right. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You say you're the god of your life or the goddess? Yeah. So let me ask. Let me tell y'all something. I'm not gonna ask y'all nothing. It's the same as being versus riding on a bus versus being able to design your own car. See what I'm saying? Someone over here is complaining about how the bus ride is terrible. But then you have another person over here talking about, look at this car I'm designing. Yes. You have a person on a bus asking, what do you think about riding on a bus? And I'm like, I don't. I'm creating this car right here. I'm a creator. So I don't think about that. I'm too busy trying to create. You get it? So that's how a lot of people look when they ask questions to other people about something, and the other person is literally just creating their lives and trying to teach everyone else how to do the same thing, but they keep looking in the wrong direction. Okay. You get it? You say you finally? All right. Finally. Do you curse a man? Why do I need to curse a man? Sprinkle, sprinkle. Why do you need to curse a man? Okay. Why don't you just create something instead versus cursing someone? Like, okay, let me tell y'all something. In your world, the character that whoever you're trying to curse, rewrite his character in your world, ma'am. That's all you got to do. Or rewrite your character in your world. Okay? Be creative. Okay? Reprogram your character in your world and be very creative. You get it? Sprinkle, sprinkle. So if I'm so upset, if I was so upset as a person to want to curse them, I'm not creating anymore. I'm not improving my world anymore. Now I'm focusing on the world that I don't want to be a part of anymore. You know what I'm saying? I'm focusing on somewhere where I don't care to be anymore because I'm here creating with all the people that are also understanding how to create. So I don't need to curse someone in a whole nother world that's still following a system that does not benefit me at all. You know, in my opinion, they're already cursed because they're still asleep. So the best way to do that is to rise up to your own divinity and become a creator. All right. You said it's like cursing a ghost. You're going to waste your time, man. They ain't there no more. Unless you're still there. If you're still in that world, where you think you can curse somebody because they made you upset, you're going to stay in that world a lot longer. Okay. Yeah. When you learn to leave the past in the past, that's like thinking about where you used to work and how they treated you really bad, and now you're the owner of a huge company and corporation, but you still thinking about how your boss treated you when you worked as an intern somewhere. Really? This is how you got to get. Okay, instead of focusing your energy on there, focus it on where you're going, where you want to be. They already cursed, man. If they over there. Okay. And they may try to get back into your life. They may be trying to, like, oh, you know what? But honestly, when people try to come back into your life that no longer serve you, or it's no longer beneficial to you, or that are on a whole different frequency than you, you ain't gonna let it happen because it's not gonna work out. You're gonna be like, you know what? Stay over there. I got stuff to do. I'm creating right now. All right. And just because, even if you have people that are also creators and doing what they want to do, y'all don't all have to be friends. Y'all don't all have to get along. That's not what it is. Okay? Because just like all billionaires and millionaires don't get along, all company owners don't get along, but they're still doing what they need to do, right? So a lot of people always think, okay, well, when you ascend and you get to your higher frequency, you're supposed to be, love and light with everyone and da 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 da. No, you could do what you want. That that's a misconception. All right. So know thyself and who you are before you allow other people to tell you who you are or suggest who you are or try to alter who you are and how you create. You know, sprinkle, sprinkle. Know thyself first. Because if you know thyself, you can't fall for the okey doke anymore. There you go. This is like on my other channel when I talk to y'all about these guys. When you know yourself, you have your standards. They can't reach them. They got to go. They got to go back over there. Okay? They got to go back over there. That's it. Sprinkle, sprinkle. All right. Yeah. If you sent something and it didn't get answered, it's because it didn't want to get answered. Sprinkle, sprinkle. All right. So the more you're in tune with yourself, the less you care about who isn't in tune with you. The more you're in tune with yourself, and the more you create your own world with how you choose to create it, nothing else really matters unless you want it to matter. You know what I'm saying? Okay. So, does it matter? So the return of the divine feminine or the divine masculine in your own ascension. Right now, the divine feminine is definitely showing how to be creative and creators. Okay. All right. All right. Anyway. So sprinkle, sprinkle. So if you are on your journey to divinity or to your divine feminine energy, maybe get you a notebook and start writing down what you're wanting to create, what you want to see in your world, and create it. Manifest what you are trying to create. Program what you're trying to create. Okay. Anyway, how can you set timely goals? I don't worry about any of that. In some people's world, time don't really matter. You know how there's some games with timers on it? Some video games with times on it, and you got to beat it at a certain level at a certain time. You only get this many minutes, or else you got to start over. Some video games don't have time. You just do what you want. So, to create goals in a timely manner only depends on, how you're creating. Are you creating within time? Or are you just creating? Mm-hmm. Yeah. So that's why I say, like, I don't, that's an old system. That's a system from a different place. And so if you don't want to bring that system into or if you don't want to bring it on the same level, I'll just say that, because if you don't want to bring that system into your new life on the same exact level, you don't have to. So, for example, let's say you look at your clock 30 times a day because you have to be on time somewhere 30 times, right? And I may only look at my clock once a day or twice a day because I don't have to be anywhere except maybe once or twice a day. So the focus on time in your world is much different than the focus on time in my world. This is also where you get aging at. If I don't focus on time, I don't think about time in my world too much, then it's not real as it is in your world or in your game, or in your everyday life. So that's the difference. Okay. Think of it as like watching something terrible. Think of it as watching something very violent. You sit there and watch violence all day long for 12 hours a day in your world, right? And I don't watch it at all, or I might see it for 2 seconds when I'm skipping through an ad. My frequency is going to be way different than that person's frequency sitting there watching violence all day. Same thing with time. Okay. So I don't watch time all day. So I don't need time as a way to make goals. So therefore, there's no time limit. So One of the ways of, you know, creating as a divine being, you choose what time is. You know how in the Bible it say one day to God is like 1,000 years or whatever. Okay. A day to a human is very different than a day to a goddess. Okay. So think about that. Free yourself. Free yourself from that thinking in that world. I'm teaching y'all how to do it on both channels. Y'all got to figure it out. Y'all got to do it. Y'all have to do the work, the great work. I'll give you a hint and a clue on how to get there faster. It's in your heart. Your heart is what makes your frequency. How do you feel about yourself? What do you feel you deserve? What do you feel you should have? What do you feel others should do for you? That is the vibration you're going to send out. And when you send out feelings, you send out frequencies and emotions. And when they touch other people, they catch it. And it's a message. And guess what? What you felt is now what they feel and now what they're going to do and how they're going to respond to you. So guess what? I feel I deserve what I have. I feel I should be able to do A, B, C, and D. I feel this, I feel that. And so when I'm around other people, they feel it too. Can you feel it? Can you feel it? Can you feel it? Can you all feel it? So feel it. When you feel something, you know it. Can't feel something you don't know. You don't guess. You don't hope. You don't pray. You feel it. Because you can't feel something if you don't know it first. You got to know it to feel it, to create it. Bam. Okay. Boom. This is why people respond differently to certain people because they feel it themselves. They feel it themselves. I'm feeling myself. I'm feeling myself. Shout out to Nicki Minaj and Beyonce and Michael Jackson, Sprinkle Sprinkle. The answers are all through the music. The signs are everywhere. The codes are everywhere. The answers are all within. But people are leaving y'all hints and clues everywhere. If y'all choose to see and hear. If you stop worrying about what other people think, if you stop being in fear about what other people said, and you just pause, and then you start to ask yourself, what do I want to feel? How do I want to live? What do I want to believe? What do I want to think? What life do I want to create? Instead of asking everybody else and listening to everybody else and worried about what this person thinks over here and worrying about what this person thinks over here or asking this person for validation and asking this person what they think or believe about something, you're wasting your energy. You need to be asking yourself, then allowing yourself to feel it. Then you're going to be vibrating it. Then it's going to come. Okay? Then you'll be able to create it. All right. That's literally it. And you'll recognize other people that are able to do it. Oh, well, not that person is one they creating. They don't care. They are unbothered. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. Great, wonderful. But you also have to remember one thing. Just because they're creators, they know what they're doing and they're unbothered. Don't mean they want you to come over there and start talking to them. It's just like, real recognize real. Uh-huh. If you choose, if you choose to, then you choose to. But there's not something that says you have to. You know what I'm saying? But they recognize when they see others. I don't even say recognize. I'll just say they definitely know, like okay? And when you know, you know. Okay. And everybody's creation is going to be different. I might be helping women. Somebody might be over there teaching this. Somebody might be over there creating something, a product or a way to do something that hasn't been done before. So it's all going to be different for everyone. But everyone will eventually figure it out if they stop asking other people for permission, validation, and what they think. That's what you got to do first. You got to stop. You got to stop looking outside of self. When you do that, you're on your way to being your creator. Okay. Sprinkle, sprinkle. The best way I can tell y'all how to do it, like think about someone who is in the music industry. Do they go everywhere and ask every artist and rapper and singer what they think of this, what they think of that, or do they shut up, go and create what they want to create, and then release their creation? Think about it. Creators. They don't go and ask everybody and their mama what they think. They go and create it. And that's what it is. Okay. You gotta if you're writing music or whatever, and you go ask everybody writing music what they think of this, by the time you get back to finish your track, it's gonna already be out on someone else's label with somebody else rapping it or singing it. You get it? Now you gotta start over because you lost yourself and you lost your creative thinking by going and asking everyone's opinion. Okay? Now you gotta start over. But are you going to be able to focus on starting over, or are you going to be focused on, oh man, they stole my song, oh man, that was mine and they took it, oh man, I did this and I did that and I thought they were my friend, and you know what, you shouldn't have been asking them, you shouldn't have been talking to them, you should have been doing your stuff and then put it out. Sprinkle, sprinkle. All right. So this is the example that I give you guys when y'all ask everybody questions instead of just creating. You got to create. Divine feminine energy is creative. Okay. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you said, or is that a synchronicity for you to do the song better? You could have done the song and it would have been great if you hadn't gone and asked everybody 18,000 questions. You know what I'm saying? That's all you got to do. You can transmute it. Yeah, you could be like, okay, well, I'm just gonna do it again, but this time I ain't gonna be asking 1,000 million questions. I'm just gonna shut up and do what I gotta do, and that's gonna be that. Now you learn. Now they learned. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Um, how, being more creative than who? Than what? What am I comparing myself to? Or what are you comparing yourself to? In all creation stories, the creator never compared themselves to anything else. They just created. There was no more or no less. There was just creation. Okay. I'm getting too profound and deep right here. I'm getting too profound. I'm gonna start sounding like Yoda in a second. Oh my goodness. Why do you always know the answers to stuff, then act like I do? Don't. Why do you always know the answers to stuff, then don't act like I do? Okay, because you are not in your divinity yet. Okay, think about this. If y'all ever read the Bible, some people grew up religious, but a lot of the stuff is in there. If you want, like, if you read the part about how God is, or the God in the Bible is, they say the God in the Bible is all knowing and omnipresent and infinite, right? So if you're saying the same thing here, why do you always know the answers to stuff? Then don't act like I do, because you're not in your divinity yet. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You're not claiming your own divinity. Okay. So when you start to say, you know what, I already know everything, or when I read this book, when I'm reading it, I already knew that. Or when I read a book, I'm like, you know what? I'm learning. I'm learning. I'm learning. Then when I read another book, I already know that because I read something in that book that was in that book. So I already know it. All right. So okay, let me tell y'all something. Divinity is there's a journey to your divine self. Okay. So we're not all on the same, journey. We're not all on the same level. So wherever you're at, just keep going. That's where you're supposed to be. All right. Mm-hmm. If it's true, if you want it to be. Let me tell y'all something. Let me show y'all another example. When you want something to be true, this is what you do. Let's see if I can find a good example. All right. You want something to be true. You say, okay, if I blow on this 5 times and rub it in my hands and make a wish, then sleep with this under my pillow, then it's going to happen. Now, everybody heard that, right? Y'all all heard that? So y'all are going to all go do the same exact thing. Put it on your pillow after you make your wish. Then y'all gonna say, oh my gosh, it worked. My wish came true. Oh my gosh, it worked. My wish came true. Oh my gosh, it worked. My wish came true. And then you're going to start telling other people to do this and do that and do this and do that. Yeah, do that. But guess what? I just made that up. Okay. But you believed it. I created that. You believed in what I told you. You believed it because I created it. And therefore, you took the same thing that I did, but you didn't know that I created it and I made it up. You didn't know it. But you took it and you said, I'm going to be like that person. And I'm going to rub this, make a wish and sleep it under my pillow because it worked for them. Even though I just told you it worked for me, you don't have no proof. You believed it. It was true in your mind because I am in my divinity and you are not. So therefore, I must be correct. So therefore, I created magic. All right. I created magic. Because everybody who does that from now on are going to see results. Because I created magic. Now, if I was nice, I would tell y'all that, oh my gosh, I would bust up in there like Jesus and be like, you know what, y'all can do that too. Y'all are gods too. Y'all divine too. Sprinkle, sprinkle. But since somebody else didn't tell you that, you may or may not believe that person. Because somebody said it long, long ago, and they must be right. Oh no, you can't do that. We can't do that. Only the divine can do that. Or that would be like, you know what? Y'all can't do this. Y'all got to pay me to do this, or y'all got to pray and worship me, and then I'll do this for you. So then what y'all gonna do? Get on y'all knees and start praying. Dear Shira, please help me get my ex-boyfriend, dusty boyfriend back. If it's in your will, then I'll be like, you know what? No, it ain't in my will because I don't believe in dating no exes. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Then you're gonna go back and cry. The Lord didn't answer my prayer. But I guess that means I'm not supposed to be with my ex Dusty. Yes, that's true. You're not supposed to be there. But God will. It's God's will. Yes. All right. Make sure you give me the tithes and offering to building fund too. Sprinkle, sprinkle. See how it works? Sprinkle, sprinkle. What? Sprinkle, sprinkle. So, just like I just showed you, ma'am. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Look. Just like it's magic. It's magic. Use your magic, ma'am. Use your magic. Use your magic. Do what I just did. Make something up. Create something. Believe what you created as truth. Feel it. That's it. Tell other people. When someone wants something major to happen or they want a frequency shift, they tell a large amount of people. Because if everyone run, go see, run, go tell. If everyone runs and goes, oh my gosh, you know what? the highest selling car is going to be in 2024. It's going to be this type of car. Oh my gosh, for real? It's going to be this type of car. Yes. I just told y'all the number one selling car in 2024 is going to be this car over there. This one that's designed right there, right? What are people going to go do when that car is released? What are people going to go do when that car hit the lots? They're going to go buy it because they want. That's the hottest selling car 2024, even though 2024 hadn't even got here yet. It's the hottest selling car of 2024, or it will be. Why will it be? Because they're going to go buy it. Why are they going to go buy it? Because I said it. Why did I say it? Because I'm smart and I just created the highest selling car of 2024. Why? Because I do what I want. I'm divine. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Y'all get it now? It's magic. So how would you work that in a relationship? Sprinkle, sprinkle. Thank you. Appreciate you. But how would you work your magic to get what you want in life? You work it the same way? All right. He said that's why businesses used to live to push their brands. Exactly. If I was a celebrity and I got up here and I said, "Oh my goodness, y'all, the highest selling cosmetic in 2023 and 2024, and maybe even more after, who knows how long after, it's going to be Level Up Cosmetics." Yes, I only use the best. Sprinkle, sprinkle. I got to have it. Yes. Y'all better go get y'all some for it's still out. It's gonna be in magazines, ma'am. Vogue gonna be top pick. Oprah gonna pick it on her favorites, and all it's gonna be an old magazine. I promise you. Y'all better get it now for it while it's cheap, because I'm raising them prices once it hit the mainstream. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Y'all better come on. Y'all don't know what's in the works. Y'all don't know what's in the works. Okay, I'm teaching you guys. Okay. How to enchant. You see that man over there at the bar? You see that man sitting over there? He's trying his hardest not to come over here right now. What that's gonna make other men do? Want you more. All right. So you flirt with him a little bit, make your little googly eyes. Then when a man walk in that you really want, you gonna see him looking at you, and he gonna make the move quick because he don't want that one coming over here first. So you get the good one. You get it? You flirt with the this one over here, right? This one walk in, you go, "Ooh, forget that one." This one see that one. He said, "Oh no, you get, how you doing, ma'am? My name is such and such." Then the other dude looks sad. Maybe next time. Okay, use your magic, ladies. Don't be scrolling on no phone. Don't be reading in no book. Use your magic. All right. Lost friendship. Y'all still thinking about the past? Y'all still thinking about the past? Okay, let me tell y'all something. Y'all know the part in the Bible where they talk about certain things and how people choose to suffer? Don't choose to suffer, man. Don't choose. I would never choose. I don't care enough. I care about what I'm creating, and I'm not focused on what no longer is. That's like seeing one of your favorite stores close, and the building that is once in is now vacant, and you still driving by it hoping that it opens. Like, oh my gosh, I remember there used to be a store there that I love to shop at, but now it's gone. And you keep thinking about it and driving by. But there's a better store right over here with better stuff, and it's open. Oh my goodness. Uh-oh, sprinkle, sprinkle. Appreciate you. So stop thinking about stuff that's no longer there. Does it make sense? All right. It don't make no sense. If it's no longer there, why are you still focused on it? So that's how you gotta think. If you're stuck in your memories, the best thing I can tell you is to create something new. Create something new so you're not stuck in your memories. Do something different. Okay. That's like, let me tell you, that's like cutting off something. Like that's like cutting off your hair. You cut your hair, right? That's like cutting your hair. You cut it short, then you're like, oh my gosh, I remember when I had long hair. I just can't stop thinking about my long hair. I can't stop thinking about my long hair. I can't stop thinking about my long hair. It's been, months and months and months. I can't stop thinking about my long hair. And it's growing. It's going to grow back. You're going to meet some new people. You're going to meet new friends, you know. But what's done is done, ma'am. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Here you go. You got your lipstick, girl? Bewitched? Do you like it? Sprinkle, sprinkle. Yes. Y'all, the link to the Level Up Cosmetics shop is definitely in the description bar. I think it's the first link. Y'all go get it. What's done is done. All right. If there is a way that you would like to tell your friend that you would like to reconcile, it's up to them. But I'm not saying I would never tell anybody nothing because I'm not thinking about that. What's done is done to me. Okay. Like I'm the type of person where someone has to do a grand gesture to even try to get back in my life. They got to put in so much effort and work and invest largely, because if you're going to come back, you need to come back for real, not for fake. Sprinkle, sprinkle. And if you spending a lot of money to get back in here, you spending a lot of money to get back in here, then you really want to be there. If not, then I guess you better stay over there. Sprinkle, sprinkle. That's how I feel about leaving stuff in the past. Okay. Sprinkle, sprinkle. And y'all watch out for people that are just seeking validation, attention, and energy from you. This is another thing y'all need to watch out for. People that just come in the comments or come in your thing and start saying some stupid stuff just so you can give them attention and just so you can validate them or just so you can say, oh, you know what? Da, da, da. No, you can't help everybody. Everybody literally does not need help. You know what I'm saying? No one really needs help. Okay. So understand that. Because some people are like, oh, really? Da, 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 da. You know what? Good for you. This is part of also staying unbothered. You have to know. A lot of people will just come in there and say, oh, woe is me. And I would say, oh, good for you. And not even feel bad about it because I'm going to laugh every time. Any girls from you? What? Sprinkle, sprinkle. All right. You said, as a past people pleaser, you learn how to stop seeking validations from others and have self worth and self love. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Yes. Awakened feminine. All right. Yes. Yeah, we don't need that from other people. I'm not getting ready to get in somebody's comments and talk about woe is me. Nobody cares. So you said, can shadow work be applied to that? I don't even call anything shadow work, but in my world, it's just called creating and do whatever you want. Shadow work in your world may mean becoming your best self by accepting yourself for who you are, period. So to me, in your world, shadow work would mean accepting yourself for who you are. That's it. And okay. And stop caring what other people think. That's it. You may have a lot to accept, but you're gonna need to go in and accept it. When some people are doing that, what you call shadow work, they go through a lot of transitions because they keep trying to change themselves on the outside. Some of them don't make it. Some of them spend all their money. Some of them do bad things or do certain things to change the outside of themselves. They may run to go get surgery. They may run to go do this. They may spend a grip of money on clothes, you know, during their what they call shadow work. Trying to change how they feel about themselves. But you can't change how you feel about yourself until you accept it. Okay? Sprinkle, sprinkle. Sprinkle, sprinkle. So I've had so many trolls in my comments saying you need to fix your teeth, you need to do this, you need better this, you better that. And now you know what I said? I do what I want. I accept all those things as part of who I am. And guess what? Still don't care. Do what I want. Mm-hmm. Gotta get your money. Don't worry about them other people. I get my money every day and will continuously get my money, period. Every day. I continuously get my money every day without fixing nothing. There are people out here still in bandages trying to fix stuff in debt because they don't accept themselves. Okay? These people dying on a table in an operation, you know, in surgery because they won't accept themselves. These people being broke to look rich because they can't accept themselves. So no matter what someone on the outside of me says, it don't matter. All right? Y'all need to have that same attitude. It doesn't matter. Tell your mama to go fix it. All right? That's my response. Tell your mama to go fix it. Over here, I do what I want. Period. All right? If you don't like it, you go back to where you came from. Okay. Sprinkle, sprinkle. I would always tell people, okay, y'all keep asking me questions, and after I told y'all, create your own world on your own. Okay. I know some of y'all are different levels, so let me tell y'all. When I was younger and I had to decide what type of job I wanted to do, I chose what I was going to enjoy and have fun doing. Because I had several streams of income. I didn't have to choose just one. Okay. You don't have to choose just one stream of income. You can choose several. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Y'all on the wrong channel. Wrong channel, ma'am. All right. Wrong channel. All right. So, whatever job you're trying to do, the lady who asked the question before, whichever one you choose to do, that's what you choose to do. You have other options as well. To do other things simultaneously at the same time on your own. Okay. It's always been that way for me. Okay. Use your magic, girl. So, when your mind is open up to creativity, I'm about to go in a few minutes, but whenever your mind is being very creative because your, frequency is, high, you're in tune with the divine feminine, several ways are going to come in for you. Several ways are going to come in for you to multitask and create more avenues and streams. Okay. If that's what you want. But you have to want that. Okay. So, a lot of things are happening for a reason to wake people up. Okay. Most of the stuff y'all see on the news is created, it's structured to change your thinking. Most of it is not real. Okay. Most of what y'all see on the news is to create a change in your thinking. And some of y'all aren't, some of y'all aren't paying close attention. All right. So next time you watch the news, Ask yourself, what are they trying to tell me? All right. All right. I don't watch the news either because I create my own world. But for those of you who still watch the news, most of it is not real, or it is orchestrated to put out something to make you think a certain way. Okay. Yeah. So remember, it's magic. Just like I showed you magic just a little while ago. When they put it on TV, it's also magic. Y'all know the till eye vision. The till eye vision. The till eye vision. All right. You know to be telling lies to your vision. Just like I did. I just told y'all a lie. I said, look, you take this, go like this 5 times, make a wish, then slip this under your pillow. It's going to come true. Then I'm going to tell somebody, come here. Tell them it came true. Come over here. All right. Oh my gosh, I did it. It came true. Y'all got to try it. All right, let me go try it. Then it's going to come true because you're manifesting. You're literally creating your reality, but you don't realize it. And so when it's true for everybody, then it's true on a massive scale. So that's how the news works. All right. That's why they always got to have a witness. When something happened, they got to go find somebody that looked like who did it and why, and ask them, did you see what happened? Because they're more believable. They don't look like no actor. They look like who did it and why. They're more believable. Did y'all see what happened over there? Yeah, I saw what happened over there. Yeah, yeah. I'm sure they did, but it doesn't look like an actor. It looks pretty legit to me. So I guess it did happen. Then when they get off camera, here go your $5, ma'am. Have a nice day. All right. Sprinkle, sprinkle. So, you said crisis actors. Yes. I'd be a good crisis actor. I would be a good one. Hold on, let me get my crisis act on. It was just terrible. I mean, they came from over there, and they were over there. And all I could think about was just getting to safety. Where my money? If you cry, they pay you right. Right. You said technology and divine feminine. Depends on what the technology is going to do. Like if you have the technology to create or to destroy, the divine feminine is always going to create if she is on a higher frequency. Okay. So that's why it's important to keep things on a higher frequency so that things can be created for good use. All right. Who said no snitching? Yeah. Y'all already know that, when people figure it out, they get mad. So you can't really say nothing that's fake on it. You can't be like Donald Trump and say fake news no more. People really believe that stuff. They be believing it like they believe the Bible. Literally. Oh no, that's real. That actress, I mean, that lady that was crying and pointing the fingers, I believe her. Really? I'm that good? Yes. The people that are closest to it are going to be able to tell you the truth. But when they say fake news, it's fake news, ma'am. It's fake news. They get mad when he said fake news. The media get mad and like, I just laugh. Like, that's why they mad, because he even called out fake news. Fake news. Oh man. They, so that would be me all day. Fake news, fake news. Don't believe it. It ain't real. Sprinkle, sprinkle. So my presidential campaign is gonna say sprinkle, sprinkle 2024. I'm running for office. So it's like, fake news, girl. Don't believe everything you hear unless you created it. So, like, a lot of people ask me, what do you think about all these people talking about you and gossiping about you and all this kind of stuff? Fake news. News. So, sprinkle, sprinkle. I think a lot of people think that talking about someone is going to make them respond or answer, or they're just giving their opinion on a certain person because they feel like, okay, this person is, trending right now and all this kind of stuff. Y'all have to realize I never watched one video of anyone who's made a video about me. So they didn't make it for me. They made it for everyone else. Because I'm still going to continue to create what I'm creating no matter what. Period. Because I don't watch that stuff. I don't even subscribe to most of them channels. I'm subscribed to stuff that's creative, that teaches, that makes my frequency higher. I don't care about what other people think about what I'm doing and creating. The only thing that I'm more concerned with is why aren't they creating and doing what they need to do? So they're over there, I'm over here. There's a whole different frequency over here. So that's why I say I'm not worried about what they're doing over there. They don't concern me. I do not care. All right. Uh-huh. Yeah, I don't like, yeah. I don't try to talk about other people. I don't name other people because I don't need to. I don't need to. All right. There's no need for me to do that. I'm good on my own. Period. So, all right. I don't have to stoop to that level. All right. I'm too high up here. Too high. Too high here. Too high in frequency. Sprinkle, sprinkle. All right. You see, I'm not obligated to respond. I don't even know what to respond to because I told you I don't watch it. All right. It's not going to affect what I'm creating. That's just a thing. Y'all know, okay, quantum physics. It's quantum physics, literally. If you watch, if someone is looking at something, it's going to change the outcome, right? Whether if you don't look at it at all. If you don't look at something at all versus whether you look at it, it's going to change the outcome, right? So I don't look at it because I already know what the outcome is. Sprinkle, sprinkle. It's what I create. So when you on a quantum level and a frequency that's too high, that stuff is funny to you. It's just, I don't even watch it. So it doesn't matter. People have to tell me this person said this. I don't even know who that person is, man. They're talking about you. Well, I don't know who they are. Well, they're doing this. Good for them. Well, this person over here doing this. Well, good for them. I don't know who that is, but good for them. They're mad at you over there. Good for them. You know, don't sound like my problem. Why yo? It's their problem. America has a problem. Like Beyonce said, America has a problem. I don't have a problem. Sprinkle, sprinkle. I am the problem. Okay, over there I'm the problem. Over here I'm the solution. You see the difference? Over there I'm the problem. Over here I'm the solution. Only people that are negative see problems. Positive alchemists who transmute see the solution. We're on a whole different level, on a different angle. Okay? They see a problem, we see solutions. That's it. When you're looking at the problem, you will never see the solution. You looking and you focused on the problem, making videos on the problem day in and day out, mad about the problem, calling the problem a problem, upset that there is a problem, but never took a second to solve or to see the solution versus the problem. Okay? The solution is elevate to your divine self so you don't have to put up with what you're offended about me talking about. You know, they say only hit dogs holler. Only hit dogs holler. That's, you know that saying? Only hit dogs holler. So if you're focused on the problem and only hit dogs holler, that's no concern for me. I'm going to continue focusing on the solution to change things in the direction that they need to go. Okay? Sprinkle, sprinkle. It ain't going to stop. Period. All right. Hopefully, people will wake up and figure it out. All right. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You said, how's my skin so good? Oh, over here, the air is extra good over here. Every time you inhale, it's good for your skin. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Over there, I know the air toxic over there. I know what's over I'll be talking about it every day on the news. Over here, the air is very nice and it helps your skin improve with each breath. What world are you living in? The world that I create. Now y'all understand? It's not a mystery. It's not that mystical. The vitamin of this air. Over here, there's vitamins in the air. Over here, there's vitamins in the air. They're trying to put vitamins in y'all. They're trying to put vaccines in y'all's food. Over there, they're trying to put it into lettuce like they did in ancient Egypt with Set and Horus. They're trying to put it in lettuce over there, but guess what they're putting in there? mRNA, mitochondrial RNA that comes from the mother, the divine feminine. They're going to feed it to y'all so y'all can hurry up and get up, wake up. All right, because y'all, it's not working. Y'all don't have time to learn. Y'all don't have time to put in work. Y'all still looking on the outside. Y'all still asking dumb questions, so they got to put it in the lettuce. Said the sperm. The sperm still has the mitochondrial DNA from the mother. Even the sperm in a man comes from his mother, the divine feminine. So y'all better wake up. Mm-hmm. You said to thrust us forward. Exactly. You don't need to eat no lettuce if you come up, if you just realize your divinity. What happened to Horus when he ate the lettuce? I mean, what happened to Set when he ate the lettuce? What happened to Horus? He reached his divinity because now he was dominant over, right? Sprinkle, sprinkle. I better come over here where there's vitamins in the air. Y'all better create. All right. It's so funny when someone tries to interview someone who has this creative way of thinking. It's so hard for them to answer questions because they don't want to sound crazy because they don't have the time to sit there and explain it like I just did for all this time. They don't want to sound crazy, so they just speak in general terms, saying like, okay, well, I just wake up and do what I want, or I just create. It's just being creative, comes from source, Basically, what they're just trying to say is, I create this, but I can't sit here and explain it to you because you won't understand, and you won't think I'm crazy. So, you know. You said, what do you do when you feel things are not moving, improving? You create. You create. When I had a lot of energy and time and things weren't going in a certain direction that I needed them to go in or that I was used to them going in, I created. That's my free time to create. I got some paint. I got some pencils. I drew. I painted. I have beautiful framed works of art now. I created. I improved upon my creative skills. And then my frequency grew. And then I started vibrating on a higher frequency because I started to become a creator. I took a blank canvas and made something and created something on it. Basically, it's like a lucid dream. If you're not being creative, you can't get out of your lucid dream. You can't change anything in it. You're stuck. So start creating. Write a story, write a poem. Even if you can't draw, color a picture. It doesn't even matter. You have to get into your creative frequency to move things faster. This is the divine feminine. It is creative energy. If you can't tap into it, you're going to stay where you at. Create. Okay? create, get on the frequency. Sprinkle, sprinkle. How do I truly not care about what people think while you're trying to get out of that? Listen. Pretend I'm talking to God of the Bible, ma'am. God, you suck. Do you think God cares what I think? If you believe in God, do you think he cared what I just said? Do you think he cared? Do you think he even heard it or blinked? All right, let me turn over here. Excuse me, Mr. Jeff Bezos. Yeah, you suck. I don't think he cares. Oh, hold on. Excuse me. Who that? Beyonce? You overrated. I don't think she care. Excuse me over there. Kanye. Never mind, Kanye. I know you don't care. All right. Donald Trump. He don't care either. Hold on. Let me see somebody else. Who else I can get? Shira. She don't care either. You understand now? You see what I'm saying? They don't care. We don't care. Oh, but come over here. What they said about you? Oh, your whole day is ruined. You can't do nothing. You stuck. You depressed now? What? You can't move forward. You can't stop thinking about what they said and what they think about you. Oh my goodness. For real? Well, I hope you feel better. I don't think Beyonce is overrated. But a lot of people will say that. That was an example. I know I love me some Beyonce. So, no, don't care. Stay unbothered. Nobody cares. All right? You say you do mostly family. You do it mostly family. For me, it gets me a little anxious. Then you gotta use that throat chakra, ma'am, in your voice to tell them stop. Okay? You got a voice for a reason. All right, sprinkle, sprinkle. You gotta say, you know what? If you don't shut up, or you don't have to be that rude. You can be like, you know what? I'm gonna do what I want. I'm grown. If you got a problem with it, here go the tip jar. Make sure you write your problem down and leave a tip, and I will read it, and I might consider it. Okay? You got to take your power. All right? You tell it like it is. I'm a grown woman. If you don't like what I'm doing, it's not my problem. That's literally it. I don't care what you think. I don't live for you. Done. All right? That's all you got to do. If you don't live for them, you're going to do what you want. You're grown. Period. I got to go, y'all. But thank y'all so much. Sprinkle, sprinkle, everyone who donated. Make sure y'all hit the like button. Subscribe. If y'all are new here, it's really late. I didn't even realize what time. I don't be looking at the clock. I just do what I want. And I'll see y'all on the next one.